You're not crazy. You're not behind. You're not being punished. You're being tested, and this final test, it's non-negotiable. This is the test every chosen one must walk through before the throne is revealed, before the blessing is poured, before the crown fits. And if you don't pass it, you don't just delay your destiny, you disconnect from it. So listen closely, because this could be the very moment that saves your life and shifts your future forever. You've already felt it, haven't you? The pressure, the silence, the sudden isolation that makes no logical sense. Everything was flowing, then everything went dark. People you thought were for you vanished. Promises were delayed. Doors that were once wide open began to creak closed. And you were left wondering, God, what did I do wrong? But that's the thing. You didn't do anything wrong. You've done almost everything right. And that's why this test has arrived. Not to destroy you, but to refine you. This test isn't punishment. It's promotion dressed in disguise. You are being measured for the life you've prayed for. You're being examined, not by men, but by God. He's not watching your performance. He's watching your heart. In the silence, will you still trust Him? When it feels like nothing is working, will you still obey? When the applause stops and you feel forgotten, will you keep walking in purpose, or will you shrink and return to what's familiar? That's what this test is really about. This is the point where many chosen ones walk away, not because they're weak, but because they never realize that the final level comes with no signs, no support, and no shortcuts. It's silent because heaven is watching. It's heavy because your next level is holy. It's difficult because this is divine training. You asked for elevation. You prayed for expansion. But with greater calling comes greater crushing. And this, right now, is your Gethsemane moment. You must drink the cup, even when it hurts. You may be looking around right now thinking, why is it only me? Because only you were built for this. You are the first in your bloodline to carry this mantle. You are the cycle breaker, the chosen vessel, the one sent to do what generations couldn't. Of course, the fire is hot. It has to be, because what God is doing through you will purify not just your life, but everything connected to your name. That's why this test is non-negotiable. If you pass it, you won't just rise, you'll reign. You've noticed the warfare increase, haven't you? Random attacks, sudden emotional spirals, doubts that weren't even yours. That's not by accident. That's the enemy sensing your breakthrough is near. He's throwing confusion at you because clarity is coming. He's trying to drain your spirit because acceleration is next. And the only thing standing between you and that shift is this test. Not a test of how strong you are, but how surrendered you are. Can you let go of your plan and still follow God's? There are moments when heaven goes quiet, not to abandon you, but to activate you. Silence is often the sound of trust. If you're not hearing instructions, it's because you've already been given everything you need. God is waiting to see what you'll do with what you've been taught. Will you walk by faith or fall back into fear? This test is meant to reveal who you've become, not who you used to be. You've been built for more, but you have to act like it before you see it. You don't need a new sign. You need a deeper stance. Stand on what you know. Stand on who God said you are. Stand on the visions that haven't yet manifested, but you feel deep in your spirit. You're not hallucinating. You're not delusional. You're awakening. And this fire, it's confirmation. The heat is proof you're close. Nothing gets thrown in the furnace unless it's valuable. And you, chosen one, are heaven's most dangerous weapon. Right now, people may be mocking you, underestimating you, counting you out. Let them. This is not their test. They're not on your level. You were never sent to be understood. You were sent to be used by the divine. This test is not for them to approve. It's for you to pass. Quietly, obediently, faithfully. And when it's over, they'll see what God was doing in the dark all along. But by then, it'll be too late for their opinion to matter. You will not die here. This is not your end. This is your becoming. Your character is being carved. Your patience is being sharpened. Your spiritual muscles are being stretched. And when this test is over, you will emerge not just blessed, but unrecognizable. They won't believe how you survived, but you'll know. It was the fire. It was the tears. It was the silence. It was the test. Don't pray to escape it. Pray to endure it. Don't ask for the pain to be removed. Ask for the strength to remain faithful in it. Because once you pass this, you won't go back. You'll go beyond the limitations, beyond the trauma, beyond the labels. You're about to enter into the realm of spiritual authority reserved only for those who didn't fold under pressure. This isn't motivational fluff. This is divine reality, and you're living it. The test is meant to make you dangerous to the darkness. It's meant to strip you of dependency, ego, and fear. It's a divine detox, a soul reset. And if you surrender to it fully, you'll gain access to realms you never dreamed were possible. But it's a choice. You can complain or you can conquer. You can give up or you can go through. But you cannot do both. So what will it be, chosen one? Will you collapse under the weight of this moment, or will you rise with quiet power, knowing that heaven is watching and rooting for you? Will you question your worth, or will you remember who called you? This is your defining hour. Not when things are easy, but when things are hard. Not when you're seen, but when you're overlooked. Not when everyone claps, but when no one notices. That's where warriors are forged, in the invisible places, in the dark, in the pain. That's where kings and queens are born. And you, yes you, were born for such a time as this. You're not here by accident. You didn't stumble into this moment. You were summoned, designed, handpicked. And now, all of heaven is leaning in, watching to see what you'll do with this pressure. Because how you respond now determines how God responds next. And if you're still breathing, still standing, still listening, then you're not done. You're ready, you're capable, and you are passing this test right now. If you're still here, still watching, then something deep within you knows this isn't just another message. It's a confirmation. That fire in your chest, that ache in your soul, that's your spirit awakening to the weight of your purpose. You're not like the rest. You were never meant to be. And that's exactly why your test feels so heavy. It's tailored to your anointing, customized for your calling. You've probably wondered, why can't I just skip the pain and go straight to the promise? Because the pain is the path. You can't skip what forges your character. You can't bypass the exact process that is building your spiritual authority. Everyone wants the crown, but not everyone is willing to carry the cross. And the truth is, this final test is your cross. You either carry it, or you forfeit the throne it leads to. Let's be honest, there are nights you've cried yourself to sleep, mornings where you didn't want to rise, moments where your faith felt microscopic. That's not weakness, that's proof you're still in it, still fighting, still walking. And God sees that. What people overlook, God counts as victory. Every tear, every prayer, every silent surrender. It's all currency in the spirit. Nothing has been wasted. Even the things you thought were losses were just lessons in disguise, training for what's coming. Because what's coming is not small. What's coming requires this version of you, not the people-pleasing version, not the fearful one, but the version of you that knows how to stand alone, pray without applause, and move without explanation. The final test isn't about being liked. It's about being aligned. It's about knowing who you are even when no one claps, even when no one understands, even when your own mind tries to talk you out of your own greatness. And that's where many chosen ones stumble, not because they're weak, but because they forget what they carry. They forget they were born with assignments, not attachments. And when people start leaving, when life starts shaking, when familiar things begin to collapse, it feels like abandonment. But it's not. It's alignment. God is removing what can't go with you, not to punish you, but to protect you. So when they walk away, bless them. When the job ends, trust it. When the opportunity vanishes, stay planted. Because what God is preparing behind the curtain is bigger than anything you've lost on the stage. This is the mystery of divine movement. The pruning feels like punishment, but it's really preparation. The breaking feels like betrayal, but it's really breakthrough. You don't get to reign without first being rejected. That's how heaven works. This test is revealing what's still inside you that can't survive in the next chapter. The fear, the doubt, the old stories. This fire is burning all of it away, and it hurts because transformation is messy. Growth is not glamorous. Deliverance is not delicate. Sometimes God has to strip you of everything comfortable to show you that you never needed it in the first place. He's not breaking you. He's building you without the scaffolding